John? Hello there.
Hiya.
I'm Merlin. Come for the interview about Operation Blackbird?
Hello. Welcome.
It's me, yeah? Very nice place you've got here.
I like your hat.
You like my hat?
Then take your time, get into it as you like.
As regards Operation Blackbird, for the last 20 years, this disc, this board game, which Colin Andrews ridiculed all over the world, NBC, ABC, American TV, Nippon, Japan TV, whatever, he held this board up and said it resembled a Ouija board. It was a hoax. Let me tell you now, and look at my face, it's not a hoax. It's not a Ouija board. My name is Merlin, George Vernon, aka whatever you wish to say or think about me from Colin Andrews' videos is all wrong.
All the crop formations fit into the disc that was laid and found at Operation Blackbird. Operation Blackbird was in 1990, and a lot of these formations were after that, so it shows that this board wasn't conjured up. It wasn't conjured up after, it was conjured up before the formations. So you've got to ask yourself, how do these formations fit into this design if the formations came after the disc? Only one conclusion, one obvious reason. It was well planned, Operation Merlin. And now I will show you some of the crop formations that fit in. We'll take a simple one. Most of the crop formations have keys, which Colin calls keys, which are these, in the crop formation, crop circle game. As a formation, you'll see these boxes, which Colin says are keys. That's what they represent, the stones at Stonehenge. One crop circle. Then we'll take another simple six-pointed star formation that appear around Wiltshire. There you see it again. Dissolves into the board. Let's go a little bit more complicated and take the mystical alchemical symbol, the tetrahedron, which was formed at Barbary Castle in 1991, way before Doug and Dave, and it fits into the mystical Stonehenge design, another alchemical mystical property. And we turn it over and we see Barbary Castle, and what it represents is, back on the disc, Stonehenge, the inner trilithons, the outer blue stones, the ley lines all connecting, the magic ley lines all connecting, all is one, the sun, the moon and the stars. Then we'll take another simple key formation. Lost in the design and lift it up, you can now see the key formation with the boxes. In the game it means collect 3 blue stones and take them down the ley line into the circle of stones. Very simple. Another key formation. 2 ley lines, 2 keys found in Wiltshire. They all fit into the design magically. What I'm going to explain now is the reason why the disc was left at Operation Blackbird and not the board, the box, the components, the cards and everything else, because everybody would think I was advertising a game. That was not the object. The object of the game, of the crop circle game, is to say, here's the clue. And I left a clue. I left the disc without the components. I left 6 discs in 6 crop circles with 6 stones placed in the centre. Now only Colin and the people who, his cronies who were at Operation Blackbird, will know this. So this is proving that it was Merlin that left the disc and the 6 stones. That's not been advertised before. But there's a reason for that. These stones represent these stones at Stonehenge. Also the staff. This is the second staff that was there that night. One I left behind across the disc like this. But it was broke for a reason, right? That's private, the reason why it was broke. But it was placed like that. Colin said it was left across on a game-type Ouija board. It's not a Ouija board, nothing to do with that whatsoever. This is mysticism at its greatest. It was left across like that in an X. Not a cross, an X, to say X marks the spot where the treasure can be found. That doesn't mean it's here in the middle of Stonehenge, and it doesn't mean it was here at Operation Blackbird. It's a clue, and the clues are on the board. Okay, X marks the spot. It's also on the application form with the clue and with the Merlin riddle. The Merlin riddle, once you've read it, will make sense, but only to those that purchase the game and play the game. It's very complex, very, very complex for all the mathematicians, all the so-called crop circle experts, all the field research, all the Nippon television in Japan that came and viewed this. No one knows. The German camera crew, no one knows. Colin wasn't even there. He knows nothing about the mechanics of this game. Okay? He doesn't even know it's a treasure hunt. To him, it was just a disc that was left as a hoax. It's never been a hoax. And now, I can prove it's not a hoax. No one spends £30,000 on a hoax.
Did you know that Operation Blackbird was actually in progress that night?
No, I didn't. To be honest, I had no idea whatsoever. I was just doing my thing, right, which is the crop circles and the crop circle game.
So why do you think Colin called it a Ouija board?
Obviously to discredit me. If you want to discredit someone, what do? You turn to black magic, a Ouija board. Yeah, his books and his videos and everything, it's just self-promotion. That's all Colin was doing, is self-promotion.
Colin did say that night, well, you were doing that and that was happening. He was away somewhere else watching another field and watching the real thing happen. He said this some years after.
Yes.
Have you got any comments on this?
I have got a very good comment on that. Because he found the disc and thought it was a hoax, he switched to the next one, which is a couple of fields away, which is also a Merlin circle. He said that was a genuine circle. I didn't put any discs there at all. He tried to cover his tracks because it was bluffed and it was called a hoax. I have never ever said that night Operation Blackbird was a hoax. It wasn't. As I say, to this day it wasn't. It was a strategically planned operation. But not their operation. Not Operation Blackbird. It was Operation Merlin.
Within the boxes are the key. As you see, the key, like the formation that was formed in Eastfield in 1990 that is on the world famous Led Zeppelin LP. Okay, Johnny, it's been very wonderful visiting your mystical home. I'd like to leave you with a copy of the Crop Circle board game and the children's novel The Corn Queen. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you very much for
Blackbird.
coming. It's been very informative, Merlin.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Merlin.